We are back and let's get into it. So, now, tip one: how do you know your child is disturbed or scared by something? Especially if it's something from the family or somebody from the family. One, provide a pencil and a piece of paper to that child and ask him or her to draw the family members. How those pictures will be drawn, it will tell you a lot. By any chance, if there is anybody in that family who is threatening this child, all have tried to abuse this child in one way or the other, all have already abused the child, the drawing will tell. In most cases, you'll find the child drawing him or herself very tiny or very small, and then this person who is the abuser will be drawn to be a very huge giant or a very big person, because that's what the child sees in his or her mind, like to be very vulnerable and very small, and then this person to have all the power over the child. That is one. In a case where you find um, the child drawing the father to be so big or the mother to be so big, and the other one, the father or the mother, to be so small, and the child to be even more smaller, in most cases, it is because of the violence in the house. Maybe sometimes this family, this parent, they fight in front of the child. So in a case where maybe the mother is the one beating the father, the mother will be drawn to be so big and scary. And if the father is the one beating the mother, then the father is drawn to be so big. That's how children express themselves sometimes when they are afraid and they don't want to say, or they don't want to tell. Maybe, for instance, when these people fight, they tell this person, they tell this child, don't dare tell anybody, not a word to anyone. So that child is under threat. They'll not tell anybody what is have been happening in the house or what has been happening to them. So they're under threat. They don't say anything. But the moment you tell them to draw, in their mind, they're expressing their feeling without knowing that you can interpret the picture, because they're not like drawing those photos to tell you. They are not telling you because they already know they are not supposed to tell anybody, but they're feeling like a way of relieving themselves. So it is upon you as a parent, as a guardian, to know and to observe these pictures and try to interpret them. And maybe you can, at first, you can just take it cool. And maybe after some other days, after some other time, just tell that child, just encourage the child, like, I love your drawing. Can you draw the family again? I would want to see. If this pictures doesn't change, then at that point you can ask the child, and why am I too small? If you're the mother, you can ask, why am I too small in this picture and your dad is so big? Maybe the child will talk. If it is the child versus the abuser, you can ask, who is this? If they say this is my aunt, this is my uncle, you can ask them, why are you so small and why is this other person so big? At that point, they might open up and tell you, this person did and this and to me, or this person does this, or my dad beats my mom, my dad, they will tell you, they will say something. They will say something to help you to know how you can help them better. So yeah, young children who doesn't know how to express themselves through speaking, they can express themselves through drawing. It is upon you now to interpret those drawings and tell. Or for instance, if a child draws a family tree and they don't draw themselves, maybe if you are a family of four, maybe you have 2 children or you have 3 children, and the child end up drawing 2 children, you and your husband, or you and your wife, and they don't draw themselves, definitely you'll know that child already feel like they are not recognized, or they are being ignored in that family, or their presence is not noted in that family, so they don't feel like they belong there. That's why they don't draw themselves in that family, because they don't feel like they belong to that family. And in most cases, you'll find children like isolating themselves. They want to stay in their rooms. They don't want even to have like meal together with the other family. Something is disturbing them. If in a case where maybe you married when you already have other children, or you married with another child from maybe your previous marriage, of whichever the case, but you came to the marriage with a child, or you came to the marriage and you found some children there, how you treat those children. If they're small ones, they can't talk. There are those who are big enough, they can speak their mind and they can speak what they're feeling. But if there's very young one and they don't know how to express themselves, and they end up drawing the family tree, excluding themselves, then no, something is not okay, and those children or that child is not well. They need attention, they need care, they need love, they need protection, and they don't feel covered in that family. And that's why even in the picture, they are excluding themselves. They are drawing all the other family members or the other siblings, they are drawing both parents, but they are not appearing in the picture. That is one thing to tell you. That child feel ignored, or they don't feel like they belong to the family, which is very dangerous. Because in a case of danger, or in a case of other issues that might come along, that child will not have anybody to learn to, because they don't feel like anybody in that family understand them. So please, my viewers, I would like us to be very careful and to know how to handle our children. That's why we'll be able to control so many things, and we'll be able even to avoid so many things that are happening in the society, in the community, in our families, and to our children. Thank you so much. Let's stop up to that point. Next time when I come, we will talk about mental problem or mental issues that affect children, and how to know they are having mental problem. Thank you so much. And don't just overlook everything. Depression is real, not only to adults, even to children. Please, let's be there for our children. We are their pillars. They need us. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Until next time. Thank you.